I got the 350Z. We finally got the fuel tank in it, all the fuel lines hooked up, the new tires on the back, the rear diff in it, the fluid in the rear diff, exhaust all on it. So tomorrow he's supposed to bring me the rest of the money, put a little bit of fuel in it, and that thing will be gone. And I'm still hunting a motor for that one. I'm on the trail of a couple, but I still got to drop the transmission, get ready to start pulling the motor, and a few other things. So that's about where we're at. Not a lot's changed. I've got to come up with some tires and rear axles for the G35 for sure. Tomorrow, probably won't be here tomorrow. I got to go collect some rentals. Maybe. We'll see. Today we're going to take a little country drive in the, what is this thing? The BMW 335 Xi. Yeah, I've been driving it a little more here lately. I do like the car. I've launched it a few times, just trying to get a feel for the car, just trying to see, you know, what the car actually is and what it's all about. I've done a few solid pulls. My son and I went for a ride, and he was interested in riding with me. And he drives the IS300 that we set up for drifting, and you've probably seen that video if you hadn't checked that out about setting up the drift car. But the IS300 factory 2J car, this car is way faster than the stock IS300. So if that gives you some kind of idea in comparison, if you feel the IS300's kind of peppy, and his is like a 02, I think 02, 03, 01, something like that. 02 I believe is what it is. This car, and this is still factory, like I say, there's absolutely zero items purchased and installed on this car at this point. Yeah, what I like about it, I'm 6'2". At first the seat kind of set really high, the way it was adjusted. Now, after I got the seat adjusted where I like it, I got it way lower. 6'2", there's a ton of headroom in this car. Let's pull this hill. That's a third gear pull. You know, this car is pretty impressive. I'm going to get rent from some renters, and they're making sure I'm on the way and all that stuff. So I've got a rental probably about an hour. But yeah, as far as overall the seating for a tall guy, great positioning, great seating. There's plenty of travel in the seat. Height, you can change the elevation extreme enough if you're short. I feel like you could get comfortable in this car. I wish the steering wheel was more telescopic. It may be, I can't figure out that it is, but it does have tilt on it to the entire column up and down. If we do an aftermarket steering wheel, I may get that coupling, the full size coupling, and with my steering wheel, and that will probably feel better to me. It just feels like the steering wheel's way out here. Once I get my seat positioning comfortable, the steering wheel seems like it's way out. So yeah, that's a little more review on the 335i. That's 80490. And it runs, it drives.
Tell them what you got there.
Takes gear, forwards and reverse. Alright. And I've done a little research, and yesterday evening we started talking to a guy about, we're looking for a motor for the white G35. Well, we scored a gem, actually. Alright, so what I ended up coming up with, it's a 05 G35. Bumper's good. Fender's messed up right there. So is this one, so the fenders aren't any good. Headlights are good. And as you can see, the roof is caved in. Evidently a tree or something had fallen on it. The seats have some mold and stuff on them. Door's pretty straight. Trunk's got some dings in it. So it's kind of beat up all over. Taillights are mint, both sides. This door's straight. It's got wheels and tires, rear bumper's good. So ultimately, we scored a gem on the G35 today. It's 05, it's a non-rev up. But here's the thing, I don't live far from the guy that owns Guilty Garage, which is the guy that does the HR to the DE wiring harness setups. So if you're a G35 or 350Z guy, he's the one that does all of the DE wiring harnesses and all that stuff to the HR engines and the non-rev ups. Well, my engine is a rev up, and this car is non-rev up. I'm sorry about the lighting, but I'm trying to get one turned on here, maybe. Okay, so the deal about this car, the reason I say it's a gem, which I'm gonna have to pull out the jump box here. But if you've yourself have looked for a 350Z engine or a G35 engine, you yourself know that the price is going up on them. And I'm not gonna say I overpaid, because I don't feel like I overpaid, but I had to pay. And the reason I say I had to pay is this very reason right here. This engine, this car, if you can see that, this car has 80,000 miles. 80,000 miles. I scored an 80,000 mile G35. Automatic, I don't need transmission anyway. Yeah, so I scored a gem today. We've been under it. On top of it, there is no leaks. This car leaks nothing. I got an extra rear diff. I got axles. I was needing axles for that. Got a ton of stuff, ton of parts. Extra drive shaft. Drives like an absolute brand new car. Shifts perfect, drives perfect. So we're hauling some cars next couple of days. I hauled a bunch today. I went and got this thing. So I'm trying to get a game plan of which way I go and the direction I take. It's kind of getting a little difficult with the rentals. I'm having a couple that are coming to be empty here soon. It's getting warmer weather. I'm on a drift so bad I can't stand it. And trying to pick a direction here and just go wide open, and then I got the 335i. I want to buy some parts for it. I want to start tinkering with that thing. Too many irons in the fire, if you will. I think that's an old saying. Too many irons in the fire right now. So next couple of days maybe we'll get us a direction. But I had to share with you the gem that I had picked up. I feel like I was due for a win. Again, like I say, I didn't necessarily steal it. I didn't get a good deal. Not like I did that one. I got that. I priced the wheels and tires. These are the XXR 521s, and all I can find is a 18 by 10. Well, I got on eBay. These wheels are $700 for the set. The Nitto 555s are $200 a piece. The Michelin Pilot on that side is 200, and whatever this wheel tire, I keep forgetting the name of it, but it was 200. So do the math, that's $1,500 for those wheels and tires. Cool. 6-speed car. It's got suspension on it, it's got a harness bar. Head unit looks new. I paid $700 for that car. That was a steal. I paid $700 for that car. A 6-speed G35 with $1,500 worth of wheels and tires on it. Lowered, new head unit. It's got a plenum spacer, but it's for rev up. I don't think I can use it on something else. But, which it's got a welded diff in it now, I did that. But harness bar, harnesses, it's a cheaper harnesses, Takatas or something like that. I think it's a cheaper harness bar, but anyway, it's there. It's of value. $700. $700. That being said, that's my score of the day. So, yep, there it is. I've got this Mercury Mountaineer. I think it's the same thing as an Explorer. I have another one of these, and my idea was this one had a bad motor, but I got the title to it. Then I bought one that had a good motor, but it didn't have a title, and I was just going to change the motors out. Well, I got too much going on, so I'm just going to get rid of both of them, try to rekindle what I can. So I'm working on that. I got this thing right here. I got to start on it. That's got to have the, I'm just going to call it a day on the Murano 2. I still got this thing. I may get into it. There's my Tahoe. Got a white Tahoe. I'm just going to scrap the Mazda. The van's going to scrap. May sell the Lexus. I think I might be able to fix that if the HP tuning will actually, if the HP tuning will make that where it doesn't go into limp mode, where it can kill the limp mode stuff. If it'll do that, then that car's good. It's just something in the wiring harness that makes it go into like a limp mode or something. Then it has reduced power and this and this and this. Well, I think HP Tuning has a program for that now where I can actually kill any kind of check engine lights and stuff like that. But I gotta drain the tanks, cut the cats off. I gotta do that. I gotta haul some more from the house, and then we'll get started on some cars, I promise. We got a lot going on. The drift track, everybody's wanting to go to the drift track. I don't want to go and watch somebody win. I can get that together. But at the same time, I want to take my time, get everything changed that I want. But I need to get all this other stuff done. So, still got the Outback over, or the Outback over here. Again, I'm pulling the motor out. You see, got 3 rentals that are all to pieces right now. I've got one that's about to leave, one that we just spent a fortune on, one that's gonna leave, and then now I've got another one that's gonna leave. You know, it's not just paying your bills, it's not trashing the house. I mean, you can't have 47 bags of trash on the porch leaking and it rotting the wood and damaging everything. You can't do it. I mean, it's not your house, it's my stuff. This is technically, ultimately what it boils down to. You're renting from me. This is still my house. Whatever you tear up belongs to me. You know, I'm still confused at what some of people think. I wish somebody would sit down with me and give me their side versus being mad. Oh, I'm not gonna pay, I'm just gonna move. Well, of course you are. Now that you've done $10,000 worth of damage, of course you're just gonna move. It's like, kind of makes you think of if you have a kid and your kid's, let's say he's writing all over the walls or something, and you get onto him, don't write on the walls. Okay, the kid don't understand the concept of why they shouldn't write on the walls. The parent is just being a parent. It's the parent's job. You know, hey, don't write on the walls. It's not like I'm picking on you. It's not like I'm being mean to you. It's that if you write on the walls, we have to clean the walls, we have to paint the walls. It's gonna, you know, that you're creating work and money spent, and I understand that you don't get it, but I want to know why you think it's okay to to destroy the house. And then be mad at me because I'm not okay with it, because ultimately I've got to pay for all the damage you do unless I take you to court. And then when people end up in court and they're crying and they owe me a bunch of money and their checks are getting garnished or well, however you say it, garnished, when they're taking $50, $100, $150 a week out of your paycheck, when you had your chest out to me yelling, cussing me in the middle of the road, and I'm like, hey man, just clean it up best you can, do the right thing, and you're flipping me off, cussing me, calling me all this stuff, and then I finally, you know what, I've had enough, let's go to court. I don't want to go to court. I have no desire to sit in the courtroom again. But as you're choking out those $100, $150 a week payments, or more, depends on where we end up, and you know, when we leave the courtroom the first time and they give you 10 days to be out and you're begging me not to do the damages and go back to court and all that, well, I've already spent money now. Now I've got time invested in going to court and all that. I'm going to go ahead and go as far as I can with it. Not just like, you know, a bag or two of trash. I'm talking like 30 bags on the porch. Grass hadn't been cut in a year. All last summer, never got cut. Just trying to work my brain through it. I'm not trying to vent on you guys. I got a lot going on, and then I got to deal with that too. But that's the business I've chose. So I'll take it on the chin, but at the same time, don't be surprised when we're sitting in court and you're getting thrown out and evicted and you owe me a bunch of money. All right, we're going to continue on, try to work on some stuff. Trying to get to where I can work on my car because I'm ready to go drifting. It's nice out. I'm ready to go drifting. Coming closer to the end of the day, got the Accord on here now. I got the Mountaineer. I ended up getting some more blades and finish cutting the cats off of it. Well, I get the Accord on here. There's no cats. Well, I still got to let the fuel out, I'm thinking. So I let the fuel out, and there's probably I would say $2 worth. So all the work of fighting this thing on the rollback and dragging it, getting it, I brought it from my house, unloaded it, because I still had the Mountaineer in here, pulled the Mountaineer out, moved it, hooked up to this, put it back in here, and that much gas. I got thinking about it, I could have just probably done it in the parking lot with like a bottle cap or something instead of, well, maybe not a bottle cap, but still, point being, it's kind of a letdown. But all right, we got that one done. Probably gonna call it a day actually. Tomorrow we'll continue on with getting the cats and fuel out of them. And once we get there, like I say, we'll probably try to get the Subaru motor started pulling it. And then go to the G35 and start getting the drift stuff ready. Maybe, that's the idea. Unless I have a rental come empty. It's been a long day, I'm tired. I'm gonna finish up. I gotta pull this one out, move it somewhere, jump the G35 because the battery's horrible, shove it back in here, and I'm gonna probably close down for the day. I'm tired and old and fat. All right, so that's our video for today. Appreciate you watching, sticking in there with us, the in-between stuff to get ready to get to the drift stuff or any actual mechanic work. So if you want to pick up any of the stickers and decals and stuff that you've seen, if you want to email us, chesserenterprises@yahoo.com, we can quote you we take PayPal and stuff, we can quote you like a packet of a couple of stickers and armbands and lanyards and stuff if you want those things. If you want to follow us on, I think it's Instagram, it's Chesser Drifting and Chesser Enterprises there. And then it's Chesser 2015 on Twitter is what it is. And then on Facebook, it's Chesser Motorsports, Chesser Enterprises, any of that, if you want to follow us there. We're actually a little behind on the videos, so you can actually, if you want to get up to speed on what we're actually working on, you can get on social media there and pick up with us where we're actually at. Alright guys, thanks for watching our video. Like, subscribe, hit the little bell for your notifications, and stay with us and keep watching the videos. Thanks guys.